What is up, my friends, and welcome back to another powerful podcast episode here on the Internal Intelligence Podcast. I am your host, Tyler Joe Stratton, and in today's very powerful episode, I am going to be introducing you all to a new series called the Inner World Deep Work series, where I will be helping you cultivate a better inner world so that you can live a better outer world, because I truly, deeply, internally believe that I can only experience so much success that I allow my internal world to experience. So the external world is dictated by your internal world, and what you feel, sense, see on the inside is what you're going to feel, sense, and see or receive on the outside, your external world. So like realistically, guys, this series is going to help you build a better quality of life, because I'm going to be helping you, stepping you through step by step for the next 4 weeks on how you can elevate your internal world so that you can develop a better external world. And your external world could be a better relationship with your significant other, a better relationship with your friends, your family, a deeper connection, right? You can only connect as deep as you allow yourself to connect with yourself, right? So like I can't only connect as deep as I want to connect with others as I allow myself to connect with myself. So if I don't like doing deep connection or deep work within myself and really get to know who I am, why do you think I would want to go get to know someone else? It doesn't really make much sense, right? But it's a beautiful thing. It's absolutely a beautiful thing to be able to deeply connect with other people. It makes you not feel so alone, lost, confused, or like you have to take on this world alone, because you really don't. There's amazing people out there, but the only way that you can tap into the amazing kind of culture of people is if you begin to do the deep work internally first, because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So if you want to attract a beautiful group of individuals, confident, positive, outgoing, enthusiastic, joyful, then you need to become that. Because you, like I said, you do not attract what you want, you attract what you are. So look around you, look around your environment. See what you see, feel what you feel. Are the things lining up the way that you would hope they were? If not, that's what the series is going to be helping you be able to achieve. It's a greater external world, but by focusing on the internal world. So like I said, guys, this is called the Inner World Deep Work series. It's a 4-week series that will be teaching you how to build an inner empire so that you can experience a better quality of life, one that is full of joy, confidence, courage, abundance, love, and ultimately a full life. That's really going to be the focus of it. And I'm going to help you dive into yourself. I'm going to help you do a little bit of a self-discovery, self-healing, a little bit of giving you a little bit of a direction toward how you can go about being comfortable with your internal world. How do you become comfortable with you yourself? How do you become your best friend? Because I don't believe many of us are our best friends. I believe we're our own worst critics. Super judgmental, super harsh, super negative on everything that we do, what we look like, how we feel, how we are. To me, it's very rare to find a person off the street who's just like outgoing, super confident, super courageous, super joyful, and not fake about it, who is internally just that. So I hope this series is going to help you kind of understand how you can go about to live a better external quality of life, but by first taking on your inner world. And I got this inspiration from a very powerful author known as Robin Sharma, who wrote the 5 a.m. Club. Super powerful book. I have it actually sitting right here in front of me. I took the cover off, but it's like I said, let me see if that's upside down. Be sure to check out my YouTube page, guys. You can find me over there at Tyler Joe Stratton, where I am also shooting the video online. I want to do more of those. I want to do a lot more videos of me recording the podcast, because there might be a different style that you guys like, but nonetheless, be sure to check out my YouTube channel at Tyler Joe Stratton, where I'll be uploading the videos and audios of the Internal Intelligence podcast there as well. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, as I also teach you more lessons on how to go about building a better quality of life through self-improvement. Now, everything I do want to state before we get started on the first part that I really want to teach you guys all about. Let me just turn to the page, because I'm really going to be teaching you guys right out of the book almost, but basically putting it in my own perspective, my own words. And Robin Sharma definitely tells you to go about doing that. Like, the greatest way that you can internalize anything that you learn is by what? Teaching it, right? So that's what I'm kind of doing here. This is a journey for me. This is going to be a journey for you. Everything that I basically go about talking about is stuff that I'm working on. It's not stuff that I've ultimately overcame, but it's something that I'm trying to overcome. So this is my journey and this is your journey. I'm going to just share with you what I'm internalizing and what I am doing to help increase my internal world so that I can see and experience a better external world before I pass away, right? So that's what this podcast is about. It's like me being real. It's me helping you understand my inner world struggles as well as my external world struggles, as well as my inner world healings, as well as my external world healings, right? It's all about you guys getting to understand my journey. And it's not about me, but ultimately I know these things that I'm incorporating, people need to start to incorporate, because I did come from a place of suffering. I came from a place of pure to definitely deeply saddened. I was never told that I had depression, but I believe I was deeply sad, if not depressed, throughout many years of heartbreak and struggle, throughout my parents' divorce, and then relationships that have just costed me my own personal identity, who I am, who I thought I was. I lost myself, right? And it tunneled me down a rabbit hole of just pure negativity, doubt, stress. Why not end it? I had two options. I could either end it or I could read a book, right? So what I'm sharing with you guys today is just going to be super powerful to help you elevate the one out of the four interior empires that Robin Sharma shares, which is what I ultimately want to help you guys create, which is your mindset, right? Your mindset. But before we begin this episode, I really want to go about giving you guys a quick quote that I thought was super powerful, super positive, and kind of put me in a new perspective. And it's by Mahatma Gandhi. And he states that the only devils in the world are those running in our own hearts. That is where the battle should be fought. This is super powerful, guys, because of the fact that he's basically stating the only battle that needs to be fought, that you need to be a greater warrior against, is your inner world battles, right? I know it's a 1v1. It's you versus you battle. And it's a struggle. If you cannot overcome yourself, you can't really take on the external world or overcome the external world or achieve the external success that you want to be able to achieve, that I want to be able to achieve, right? I've come a long ways, but the journey is never going to end. So I hope that these teachings and these lessons that I'm going to be teaching you today, this is week number 1, and it's all about mindset and how you can go about elevating your mindset, because I truly believe, everything that you do in your world is an absolute consequence of what is happening within your inner world. This is where you need to do some deep work on yourself every single day. Consistently, constantly, and forever. It's a journey that you've got to take on self-discovery, self-exploration, and self-improvement. It needs to be committed into your daily work habits in life. Guys, so let's talk about week number 1, creating a powerful and positive mindset that will teach you how to basically elevate your inner world success so that you can create an outer world success. So jumping into mindset, I've heard it throughout my entire life, or at least since I stepped into the personal development realm and back in 2013, 14-ish, where that your thoughts create your reality, right? But most people forget about your heart set, your soul set, and your health set. Most people only focus on one internal aspect out of the 4, which is your mindset. Such a good place to begin, because you guys are all familiar with your mindset and how powerful your mind is truly in your own reality, right? Your mind, your thoughts are what truly, I believe, create your reality, parts of your reality, right? And in order to learn how to upgrade your mindset, there's going to be 4 quick tips that I'm going to give to you on how I have helped myself go from this very negative place, very sad and dark times and suffering state, to a more joyful, more peaceful, more confident and loving gentleman. I stepped into my own personal self. And the 4 ways that I went to go about doing this, and I believe that if you incorporate this into your life, it will do the exact same thing. No doubt in my mind. So be sure to go ahead and check out or try out the 4 quick ways to elevate your mindset. Quick way number 1 is to read more books. I know that sounds like, well, duh. But how many are you truly sitting down reading powerful books like the Motivation Manifesto by Brendon Burchard, like the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma, or like Lewis Howes' The School of Greatness, or his other book called The Mask of Masculinity, The Active Side to Infinity, You Are the Universe, Conversations with God? Like how much are you dumping into your mind currently? Because here, if there's still negative chatter, which I believe there's always going to be, but here's the thing. If there's still negative chatter within your mind, then you've got to learn how to continue to dump and pour more positive into your mind so that that voice becomes the most dominant, not the negative. The only reason that the negative voice is dominating the positive voice within your mind currently is because there's been years of exposure of negativity, of violence, of bad attitudes, and the poor me attitude, the mentality of the victim poured into you from basically since you stepped into your grade schools, until today. The best way to take back your mind is to continue to pour in good so that you can get good out. What you see, what you hear, what you speak, and what you pour into yourself is what you truly become internally and then witness externally. People will notice the change, you'll notice the change, you'll start to feel better about the change. Once you control your inner world, you can control your outer world. Your outer world doesn't become so hard then. There will be challenges, but you have already defeated or know how to conquer your inner world. So read more positive books. Guys, listen, this is what one book did for me. So back in 2015, I was sitting at the crossroads. 2014, 15, I was sitting at the crossroads. I went through a tough breakup and I kind of lost myself, right? Super tough for me to get through something like that, and you guys can read my book when it comes out called The Big 3, Helping You Build Powerful and Loving Relationships with Yourself, Others, and God. But I kind of tell my story there, right? I tell my story, what I went through, how I got through it, and how you can get through building powerful and loving relationships with yourself, others, and God. But here's how powerful books truly can be. I was at the legitimate point. I was really there. I had 2 possible ways out of my internal pain. I could either take the easy way out, which to me was to commit suicide. For me, it was to pull the trigger. For me, it was to just, you know what? Everyone else seems to be against me. They don't understand me. They're just like, they don't care about me. They don't love me. Everybody mistreats me. The poor me victim mentality conquered me. The one thing that kept me alive was my football team and doing so well and achieving and my success as an athlete. But the second thing that kept me alive was a book that my brother introduced into my life. And I don't know if it wasn't for me picking up this book. Now, I come from a place where I never read, right? I never would read. I would never, I absolutely hated reading because I had to get tutored from the 4th grade until my 11th grade year in reading, writing, and math. Just absolutely hated it. But my brother handed me a book called The 15 Laws of Success by Napoleon Hill. It is a book, if you guys don't know this book, it is a legendary book, but it is like 300 plus page thick book. Powerful book. This is like going from no reading to finishing this book in 2 weeks reading. This book completely changed my mindset, is what it changed. When I learned that I was the person who caused my own suffering, I started to look at myself a little bit differently and realize that I don't have to suffer anymore. It was an unbelievable lesson. It changed my reality. It helped me to overcome some internal pain, internal struggle. It helped me to be able to forgive a little bit more. Helped me be able to focus on the positive rather than the negative. And that ultimately changed my reality. And what that book gave to me is the reason why I wrote a book, so I can give back to you guys. Books have been my escape route. Books have helped me elevate the quality of life I live, my external world and my internal world. And it can do the exact same thing for you. And that's why I want to give you guys a book called The Big Three, helping you build powerful and loving relationships with yourself, others, and God, which is a book that I wrote, which will be published beginning of 2019 or 2020. I'm sorry. January is when I'm going to shoot it out. It's getting set up and it's with the editors right now. But anyway, so number one, read more books. Number two, consume more podcasts like mine. Now, self-help podcasts, there are hundreds of thousands of them that are coming out daily about relationships, about your mindset, about your attitude, about your overall health, about anything and everything, right? So find your podcast that's right for you. I do have 3 big podcasts that I listen to monthly, sometimes weekly even, depending on what I need. And that's where I'm going to give them to you as well. So be sure to subscribe to their podcast. The number one I turn to for my spiritual well-being and my internal truth is the Dr. Wayne Dyer podcast by the Hay House Radio show. Very powerful insights, super, super spiritual, loving, abundant man who's definitely inspired me to just stay connected to God. The second podcast that I absolutely love that has pulled me out of just a madhouse of pain was the Brendan Burchard Show, or now the HPX Life by Brendan Burchard. And then the third one is the School of Greatness by Lewis Howes, an unbelievable podcast. These are some podcasts that I love listening to that I think would definitely help you guys if you start to internalize. Like I said before, it's what you see, it's what you hear, it's what you put into your mouth, it's what you speak out, it's what you dump into your mind that you become. We have a lot of negativity within us from the years prior to our self-improvement journey. Now it's time to take our lives back by incorporating powerful people with positive mindsets to elevate our mindsets. We'll only think as greatly as the people we surround ourselves by, which leads to my third point. Find your environment. So powerful, guys. Find your environment. If you want to elevate your mindset, you need to find an environment that elevates their mindset. That you got to find your people who are already elevating their mindset, who are committed towards self-mastery, who are committed to self-improvement, who are committed to the personal development journey. And I actually just found mine a couple months ago. I've been searching for it, but like I said, you will only achieve or receive what you are, not what you want. So once I started to really incorporate that into my life, I was like, I want to be the people who I want to be around, so I'm going to start to enhance the way I think about life, the way I think about others, the way I think about myself, the way I talk to myself, the way that I put in so much energy when that little voice comes inside my mind and tells me that I'm not good enough, that I'm not loved, that I cannot do this, that I am too tired to be able to, achieve goals, achieve dreams, record a podcast, write a book, whatever it may be, have a successful relationship, all this internal dialogue that's going on inside my head. It takes a lot of energy and a lot of effort to redirect my thinking. And the best way that I know how to elevate my life, as well as my mindset, is to get around the people who are at more, if not the same level that I am at. Find your environment. Find those people who are willing to push you to become better, internally, externally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. Get involved with those types of people. Listen to those types of people. Don't listen to the news media. Don't listen to the people who are telling you suck, who are not chasing their own dreams, but criticizing you because you're chasing yours. Don't listen to them. Don't get drugged down by the temptations of the so-called fun life. You're supposed to experience a good quality of life when you're young. No. You're supposed to experience a good quality of life your entire life, not just when you're young. So don't bow down to the temptations of the drinking, of the alcohol, of the smoking, of the sex, of all these temptations that do truly pull you down and don't allow you to be your best self. Guys, I know this is tough, but I'm telling you it's possible to do and to achieve if you surround yourself by a positive group of individuals. And if you guys are wanting to tap into my environment with me, be sure to message me on Instagram at Tyler Joe Stratton. I would be more than happy to try to introduce you to the community and allow you guys to see and experience the community that we get to see and experience. I'd be more than happy to do that with you guys. I am currently building a community via Facebook over at, you can also check that out at Tyler Joe Stratton. But it's going to be a super powerful community of like-minded individuals who are really trying to pour more positivity into their inner world so that they can experience a better outer world. Now, number 4, this is huge. And I kept this for last because it's something that I just started to incorporate just because it costs a little bit of money. And it's called study online. Simply to elevate the quality of life you live, you need to begin to start to pay people, coaches, mentors to elevate your internal world success. So I kind of stayed away from course taking for about 4 years because I'm like, I don't want to spend money. They're already offering all this free stuff online, right? But I'm telling you, free stuff will only take you as far as free stuff will take you. And what I mean by that is you will not receive half as much as you would if you paid for that free stuff. Because once you give, you are going to want to receive. You can never, ever, hardly ever receive something that if you're not willing to give up something. And think about it this way. The analogy I think I used in last week's podcast episode with Andrew Grove was the analogy of my closet or your closet. Think about your closet. Most women and even some guys, they have their closets so packed that it's hard to buy new clothing and put that new clothing in the closet because it's so packed. Now, the best way to make room for your new clothing or the new things that you want to have in your life is to empty out the old, right? Is to empty out the old. So what I would highly recommend you do in order for you to achieve the internal success that you want to achieve is to empty out, give away your internal pains, give away some money, make room to be able to receive what you truly want to achieve. Now, these online study programs have been super, super powerful for me to help me really understand who I am, what my mission is, how to heal internally, how to see a different external world. Like right now, I'm taking a course called Self-Analysis course. For you guys, I don't know. Let me see if I have it. Yeah. Okay. So right here, Self-Analysis, such an amazing course that I'm taking that my brother introduced it to me. It's been absolutely amazing to really help you discover who you are and help you to live more fully. I invested some money into this course to take this course to just see what it was about because, excuse me, I want to try to achieve a better inner world so that I can have a better outer world. Guys, listen, I will end this here today. It's all about mindset, but there's also 3 other important aspects. Mindset's only 25% of what you are truly after, which is 100% of the pie, correct? So mindset is just the first of the 4 interior empires. And it is only 25% of your personal mastery equation. Next week, we will be talking about heart set, which is the emotional aspect of your life. The 3rd week, we'll be talking about health set, which is the physicality of your life. In week number 4, we will be talking about soul set spirituality. Guys, if you like this, be sure to check out the next podcast episode here on the Internal Intelligence Podcast. I truly believe that you guys have greatness inside of you, that you have the ability to create a great life. And greatness is an inside game that you have to conquer. And if you want to have and create a powerful external world, you must begin to focus on your internal world. Because like I said, greatness is an internal game. And Mahatma Gandhi once said that the only devils in the world are those running in our own hearts. and that is where the battle should be fought. Let's fight this battle together. You're not alone. Welcome to the Internal Intelligence Podcast, the Inner World Deep Work series. I hope you got a lot out of this episode. And if you did, be sure to share it out. Connect up with me. Reach out to me. I'm here for you guys 120% of the time. And I just want you guys to remember to love, lead, and serve day in and day out. Not only yourself, others, but God as well. Find that connectivity, find that connection, find those people, find yourself, and I promise you that you'll begin to live a better quality of life.